Yo, 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 yo. Come on, Eric. Let me know you're here. Oh, there you are. What's up, YouTube? We'll be starting in just a minute here. Getting Eric RPG on the line. What up, Eric?
What's up?
No, not me, dude. I'm like always seems behind, but I think I caught up.
Mm-mm.
So,
I actually read that wrong at the percentages for the Spanish. It's actually 13.6.
damn. So you're a Mexican.
No, Spanish.
Oh,
Spanish.
Spain Spanish. Oh, okay. So you're still a white. Well, I'll call you the white Mexican.
Well, Mexicans are just brown Spaniards.
Actually, Spain, a lot of their skin tone is actually really light.
Well, technically you're
Uh,
part Aztec too, but
yeah. Well, yeah. Let's add to the call, Mr.
wouldn't
Brakeman.
it be Portugal?
What's that? Yo, Break.
Oh, what's up?
That was awesome. Nice way.
No, that'd be Brazilian.
We're live on the air. I just want to make sure that we're all good to go. All that fun stuff. And I think we are.
Where's part timer at?
Huh?
Where's part timer at?
Dude.
I kind of figured we were part Spanish because my grandmother had very Spanish features.
Yeah. Let's see.
My great grandmother married someone who was from there because she had her name changed to like Hernandez. It was a really long name. It was like Guadalupe something Mary Hernandez.
Maria Conchita Gonzalez, Esparza Ramos. Yeah.
What is with this ridiculously long names in Spain?
Yeah, dude, it's Spanish origin from Spain. I don't know where they got all that. Probably from the 14th, 15th century, I'm guessing. Hey, can you make me ops in chat, Eric, please? I have no idea where Mug is, so 1 o'clock comes around, I'm gonna start the show. If he ends up showing up, he shows up.
Oh, it's one there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was noon there.
No.
Okay.
1 o'clock.
Where is he?
I have no idea, Eric. I just said I don't know.
You said 1 o'clock, so
Yeah, it's 1
No,
o'clock.
for him 1 o'clock.
Oh.
Yeah, like I thought. Like I don't know why I thought he was 3 hours behind. He's only 2 hours behind.
Yeah, 2 hours. You're thinking Pacific time. That's probably what you're thinking. You're so used to like watching shows that way. I bet. Like if they say, and are you guys are on Central Time, right?
I'm on Eastern.
Oh, you guys are on Eastern. That's what. That's right. Okay. Yeah, it's always 2 hours behind for me. Like if I see something 8 Eastern, 6 o'clock here, I just take 2
Yeah,
hours.
you're Mountain Time, right?
Yep. Okay, well, I guess we'll just start the show in a minute. I'll give it a minute.
Mm. Well, that gives me time to finish this beer so I can get another one.
Yeah, there you go. I think it does everything sound okay, Eric?
Sounds fun to me.
Okay. What is that? What is that? There's something.
What? It's
What is
me.
that?
I don't know why. Why I'm getting feedback.
What?
When I move. What the hell?
I don't know, dude. Like that happened last week. I was wondering if you were like had your mic next to your mouth or something and it was like hitting the side of your face or something.
How's it sound now?
Better. Much better.
It must have been hitting me in the face or something. I didn't feel it, but it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess. All right, I'll get another beer.
Yeah, all right. What's up? What's up, YouTube? What's up? We haven't started the show proper yet. We usually start somewhere around 3 Eastern time, but today we are running slightly behind, but we'll pick it up here in just a second. Boom. Goddamn lot of news today. Alright, I think we're good.
A lot of it's just announcements, so we'll get through them.
Yeah, we'll knock it out of the park like we always do.
Excuse me.
Yuck. Get that out of the way.
I don't know. Stealth seems to think there'll be DLC for Mario Odyssey, and the game doesn't feel like it's designed for that at all. I mean, there is room on the main menu screen for an option to show up, but they'd have to do a pretty massive title update for that, I think.
It's coming. It's coming. They want some of the DLC money, dude, and that's one way to do it with the Mario game. Who wouldn't buy it?
Like, I don't know. Maybe they can make it Luigi's Odyssey.
Maybe.
It'll probably end up being a standalone or something you could just download in addition to your game, and then you need, like, if you bought the cartridge version, you'll need the cartridge version to play it.
Maybe. Maybe. God damn. I'm gonna try to make this show short so I can go pay my cell phone bill today. Just to let you know. You back, Break?
Well, you can't do it online.
No, I can't. I don't have a credit card, dude.
Oh.
All right.
I need to sign up for a credit card, but only for, like, emergencies.
Yeah. All right.
I plan on never using it.
Yeah, don't, dude. You'll get yourself in debt, and it's hard to get out of debt. All right. Here we go. Ready, guys? Meh. What about you, Eric? You ready?
Yeah, I've got all my. I don't have any of my links up, but I'll pull up the first one because I'm pretty sure
shit, links.
Doing it.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. And welcome everybody to episode 463, fresh from a Halloween hangover. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great, Breakman the Bold. Mug is probably at sex orgy number 10 at this point, so it'll be just us today. It seems like, gentlemen. He might join us later. What are you guys up to?
So is he like a part-time podcaster and part-time orgy performer? Or is he like or is he like full-time orgy and he's part-time here? Like what are the?
I think it's more the latter. I think it's the latter, Breakman. I think it's full-time orgy and part-time podcaster.
Okay.
I can't get a confirmation on that. Maybe when he's back, you guys can ask it. But we got tons of news to go through today. Tons.
Do you have indigestion right now?
I did.
Okay.
like
you sound like you're fighting off something there. Okay.
It was like a frog in my throat. I guess that's how you would say it. Excuse you. You kind of get a bubble in your throat, and then if you say anything else, you sound like Kermit the Frog. I didn't want to sound like Kermit the Frog, so. All right, let's get started with the news, guys. We've got tons to go over, tons in regular news, tons in RPG news. So let's get started. Eric. Lead the way.
Okay, from Gematsu, we've got Mega Man inspired Super Mighty Power Man announced for Switch, 3DS, PS4, and PC and Xbox One. And it says independent studio Box Hedge Games has announced Super Mighty Power Man, a Mega Man inspired 2D action platformer. And it says greatly inspired by the famous Mega Man game series, as others including Castlevania, Contra, DuckTales, Kirby, Super Mario Brothers, and more recent ones like VVV, and Retro City Rampage and Shovel Knight.
Okay.
And you play as somebody who's called Corey.
Yeah.
At least they didn't make him pun.
This is probably right up Breakman's alley. Like, this is a game that should have been that other. What was it? Mighty
Number 9.
Yeah, Mighty Number 9. This is probably gonna be.
Okay, there's one image and it fucking looks like a Mega Man like totally looks Mega Man.
Yep. So.
And but why are they calling it Power Man? I mean, won't Luke Cage be pissed?
Yeah, he will.
But there's a Super Mighty in front of it.
Ah,
so it's okay.
That's the difference. See,
Super Mighty Power Man. Okay,
Yeah.
so Power Man will be even more pissed off. It's like, wait a minute. So you're saying you're more powerful than me?
Yep.
Poor Luke Cage. Why are they attacking Luke Cage?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's weird. Luckily, he has bark-like skin that bullets can't hit. So Luke Cage should be okay for sure.
Sure.
So, all right, Breakman, next story, please.
Coming to us live from RPG site. Last month, I'm just skipping the title. Last month, NAS America announced that Ease 8, Lacrimosa of Dana would receive a patch to address localization. Donna?
Yeah, that's how the game says it.
I know someone named Dana. What the hell? Donna would receive a. Actually, I know a Donna too. Or I knew a Donna anyway. That's not how she spells her goddamn name either. Would receive a patch to address localization issues by late November. Today, the niche publisher has followed up that comment in a blog post on their official website, announcing that the edits will take a little longer than expected.
Yeah.
Both that patch as well as the PC version of the game are now expected to release in early 2018. That's fine. I'm good with if you
make it good. Take as long as you need.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Get it right.
Yeah.
They should have got it right the first time though. But
yeah. I can't be sure if this is the. I'm not gonna say anything. Let's hold off on that. I want Mug to come on the show to talk about this. Maybe, but we'll see.
As a special guest.
No special guest.
You meant I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You meant like as an actual host of this show.
Yeah, as a part-timer. As a part-timer.
Okay.
One day we'll have him on as a guest, and he will maybe talk to us about some ease. So, all right, next story comes to us.
I'm gonna give him so much shit when he finally shows back up.
Next story comes to us from RPG site as well. The Surge, a Walk in the Park expansion, announced for early December. So there you go. There's some screenshots. You can read about it if you like The Surge. So there you go. It's an expansion. I never knew there was an original Surge game. Oh, well. All right. Eric, next story.
Yeah, it's basically like Dark Souls, but in space.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool, I guess. All right, next story,
It's not
Eric.
as good, though.
Yeah.
From the synopsis, it sounds really interesting, and the
Yeah,
screenshots look pretty good.
Story.
Next article is that the world of Final Fantasy is coming to Steam on November 21st.
Yay! I think we knew that. Didn't we
That's RPGs for kids, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's basically Final Fantasy but Pokemon.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's Final Fantasy Mystic Quest 2.
Yeah, it looks okay. I saw the trailer earlier. It looks all right.
It's a fun game, but I'm not sure I'll get it on PC because I'm not sure if my PC can handle it. I mean, it should be able to, but who knows with Square. Maybe they'll do a 4K pack with Final Fantasy 15 like and do it here.
Yeah. All right. Next story.
It depends on the sales. Do you know what the sales figures are?
I'll wait till it's on sale though.
Oh yeah, the sales figures for sure. It's always sales with. No,
Do you know how well it sold here? Because I know 13 was a huge hit for them.
Probably reasonably okay.
13 was a huge hit, but I think they downplayed it like they always do. You know what I mean? Like they.
Probably.
Yeah. They don't
overestimated on
Yep.
their returns more than likely. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next story break.
Coming to us live from RPG site. The Alliance Alive gets a launch edition in the Americas and first English character trailer. Atlas USA has revealed the launch edition for the Alliance Alive, as well as the first character trailer for the game. Damn it! This is why I just skipped the headings with RPG site. The launch edition is. I'm just going from now on. I'm never reading titles anymore. I'm done with them.
Yeah.
Tired of it.
Yeah.
The launch edition is a first print bonus. The launch edition is a first print bonuses for Americas only, as the game is a digital title in Europe. The launch edition is a first print bonuses for Americas only. That's a weird sentence. A release date has not yet been set, but the game will launch in early 2018.
It looks.
The Alliance Live launch edition will be available in Americas and include an exclusive CD soundtrack with 20 tracks, art book with more than 30 pages, and adorable Robin's penguin keychain. No pins? You're not including pins? Oh, is this 2018? Is that what it said? Oh, that's why. Next year. If it's 2017, there'd be pins.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like what's that? The Final Fantasy remake on the DS. Fuck, was it 4 or the After Years?
They did 3 and 4.
4 of the After Years. Okay.
Yeah.
The After Years, the 3D remake, that was iOS and PC only.
It looks like what game am I thinking?
It's on Android too, but it's not in piecemeal like it was in the others. It's actually like the full game, and I think
the 3D version's complete game.
Yeah,
it's like and that's like $14, I think.
Although technically, the PSP version's also a full game, but it is split into sections still.
All right. Next story comes to us also from RPG site. The first expansion for Destiny 2 was unveiled at PS Paris Games Week 2017. New trailer showed off some new gameplay footage and an engrossing new scenario for Destiny 2 players to experience. This new expansion, titled Curse of Osiris, will be available on December 5th. You can find the video below, and I'm playing that video while we discuss. All right.
I've watched somebody play a little Destiny 2, and I would really love to get into Destiny 2. Like it looks like a lot of fun. I don't have time for another like
big
commitment like that, because it is a commitment.
It does look pretty. Like there's no question.
Also, I heard that once you like get to a certain level, the game becomes a grind, and then it's not worth playing anymore.
Dungeon Buster joined us in chat, and
you hit that ceiling pretty quickly, apparently.
And MXT is in there.
I wonder if the expansions will correct that.
I'm sure they will, but it's like until they happen, it's like why bother playing at that point?
Well, that's what I tell everybody with Fallout. I'm like, do not buy a Fallout game on release. Wait for the DLC. Wait till the DLC comes out, because the DLC is going to come with patches and shit to fix a lot of the things that are fucked up with the game.
Yeah, absolutely. That should be a rule of thumb on almost any AAA game. Let the early adopters get it. Let them work out the bugs. I mean, Japan does that a lot. Like they go through a lot of like patchwork before shit gets over here. Dungeon Buster,
which is I like something that some companies do as a strategy is when a game comes out on release, sell it at like a discounted price.
Yeah.
When you're going having your first adopters, basically being your test subjects, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Dungeon Buster says Destiny 2 is fun. That's only if you want to get the light level cap, then it gets grindy. Soft cap is 260, hard cap 305, and that is super grindy to get to right now.
And I don't mind grinding.
Yeah, neither do I.
We're the grinders, right? Me and you love grinding.
Oh,
actually.
dude, I'll. You put a regular traditional turn-based RPG in front of me, and I will play the fuck out of it. if I
Yeah,
have.
like our goal is to get to level 99. Well, I know my goal is to get to level 99.
Yeah.
I'm guessing yours.
Yeah.
You know,
Always the highest level.
yeah.
That's how.
Like I'm 102 or something, or 101, 102 in Fallout right now.
Yeah. See, like these games, like these first-person shooter and action games, like I can't. I guess I just don't have the finger dexterity to
You
do
have old
really
man thumbs.
pretty much, man. I mean, that if you boil it down, that's what it has to do. All right, next story break, man. Son of a bitch.
Coming to us, coming to us live from RPG site. During PlayStation Paris Games Week 2017, more footage of Shadow of the Colossus was shown. Beautiful environments were showcased in the most recent footage. Gameplay. I'm sorry, I paused. I was looking at some of the pictures when I said beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful environments. Oh, I'm like, oh, sorry, I was reading.
You still got
Gameplay
scratch.
and cinematics were incorporated in this new trailer as Wanderer was shown scaling massive colossi and traversing the world with Agro, his trusty companion.
Yeah.
I liked the demo of the first Shadow Colossus, but it was just one of those games where I'm like, I know this is gonna get harder and harder to do.
Oh, dude, no, you gotta play, dude.
I liked it, but I'm like, it's gonna get to the point where it's gonna get probably too hard for me to beat.
Nope,
it's
absolutely
pretty
not.
easy.
It's an easy game to beat, dude. If I can beat it, you can.
Unless
beat
you
it.
play on like the harder
Oh,
difficulties.
Frank beat it.
Yeah, if I beat it, you can beat it, dude. This is an absolute classic. I have never been as excited for a remake and a high def release of a game as I am with this game. It looks absolutely
not the
gorgeous.
40,000 remakes of the old Final Fantasy games.
No, they already remastered.
They've remade them all, I think, 100 times now.
Yeah, they already remastered Shadow of the Colossus with a high def remake, and I thought that was amazing. And now that I'm looking at this version, holy fucking cow! It's worth to me. It's gonna be
4K edition.
Yeah, it's gonna be worth me playing again for sure. I'm gonna get a PlayStation.
Although I think that they are updating the visuals significantly.
How dare you, Freak 5? You're exiled.
And the frame rate. It's not gonna be wonky.
It's gonna be fixed, dude. They'll fix it with this update. It looks fantastic.
They fixed the frame rate in the PS3 release, but it's still janky.
Yeah, but still, it's a fine game, and I can't wait for this. It's looking good, man. I mean, I very rarely get wowed with remakes, but this one I bet is gonna be. I hope they add like maybe another Colossus or something. That would be cool. But all right, guys. Next story.
They definitely should add something. Like I really love what they did with the Halo remakes, as far as like graphics and gameplay updates. But as far as adding anything new, they didn't add that much new. Just some things. But they updated the gameplay. Maybe if they'd only add a Colossus, maybe they could update the gameplay to make it more, more modern.
It doesn't need to be Breakman. That was not the point of this game.
Like, I hear a cat.
Yeah, that's
yes.
It doesn't have like the greatest gameplay mechanics or anything, but it really doesn't need to, man. It's it's a fucking original, man. Like if you liked Eco, you would like Shadow of the Colossus. I've yet to play.
How about a remake like the GameCube Resident Evil, which I think is the best remake of all time.
I think this is gonna be along those lines. Break. I think it's getting a facelift for the most part, and it should be good enough. But hopefully they won't charge full price. Hopefully it'll be like a $49 instead of a $59. Dungeon Buster says Shadow of the Colossus is great.
It's actually
Hang on.
It's actually a $40 game.
Freak 5 says Helen Keller's corpse could beat that game. How dare you, Freak 5? You're exiled. Yeah, play it, Break. It's
according to Dungeon Buster, go play it because it's a nice, relaxing boss rush.
Does he start on PS2? You can play the PS2 version.
I've never heard that combination. Nice, relaxing, and boss rush.
Yeah, there's only a couple of bosses that are kind of a pain, but dude, it's
Well, it's not a boss rush in the sense that you're fighting boss after boss, but it is boss rush in the sense that that's all you're really doing.
Yeah. All right, you.
There's never been a game where a boss rush mode has been relaxing.
Well, this would be your game, dude, for sure. As long as they keep the lizards, in there. Hey, you guys continue on with the news. I gotta go for just a second.
Okay.
Okay. But with that, we're gonna talk about how Final Fantasy 15 episode English has a release date for December 13th, and it's a standalone. Well, you need the game to play it, but it is a standalone from the actual main story. What you play is Ignis, and it takes place before the game starts.
Okay.
And it says the Comrades multiplayer expansion is coming out next month as well. Oh wait, not next month. I guess this article is talking about how it was going to come out next month, but I guess it's coming out already. I guess I didn't know it was out already, but oh well. Has anybody played the multiplayer portion yet? Maybe DB has, but I guess it has Ignis fighting Leviathan. I wonder how he'll play, because I think Prompto is kind of a shooty game. It's not the same as the VR shooting game, but you know. But with that, the next article is yours.
Coming to us live from Gamatsu. I'm just gonna skip the heading because this is Gamatsu, and from now on, I'm just gonna do this because the first sentence is also the heading. Perfect World Entertainment has shut down Runic Games, the studio behind the Torchlight series and Hob. I like Torchlight. And laid off most of the staff at Motiga, the studio behind the hero shooter Gigantic. In a statement, Perfect World said that the Runic Games titles will continue to be available to players and that Gigantic will continue to be supported by a core team of developers that remain at Motiga. Motiga, I guess. Well, that blows dick. So there you go.
That's kind of what happens when the support dries up for a game.
Yeah, there's like some goodbye notes and stuff. People in chat can read them, but everybody else, that's it. Let's move on to the next story.
Okay.
Well, hold on. DB said I finished Final Fantasy 15 and am done with it. And I get the idea, meaning that they could add as many expansions as they want. He is not going back. That's the idea. But
some people didn't like it. Some people did. But with that, there's a release date for the Owlboy on consoles, and the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on February 13th. And the PC version will be discounted by 40% for the 24 hours after it launches on consoles. And the game will support 12 languages: English, Polish, Spanish, German, Italian, French, Russian, Portuguese. They spelled it wrong here. It says Portuguese.
Portuguese, huh? So Gamatsu can't even afford spell checkers now. Confirmed.
But at traditional Chinese, simplified Chinese, Korean, and Japanese. Not Mandarin, though? Oh, whatever. It plans it says the publisher Soe Desco plans to release a physical edition of Owlboy.
Okay.
Oh, the deal for the PC version is over, because apparently this article is slated on the 1st and it only went to the 2nd. Oh well, there'll probably be a Steam sale soon. That big sale, the winter sale.
Yeah, but, sales. And Black Friday's coming up too.
Yeah. We've got some homie discounts this week too. But next article is yours.
Coming to us live from Gamatsu again, Nicholas has announced that it will publish a physical edition of Wonder Boy, the Dragon Strap for PlayStation 4 and Switch. In North America in Q1 2018 for $39.99. It's currently available for PlayStation 4, Switch, Xbox One, PC, Mac, and Linux.
I wonder why the Xbox One isn't getting a physical release.
I don't know.
That's weird.
Okay, I'm sorry. Currently available digitally. I didn't say that. Yeah, there's a whole description about this game, but we kind of want to just get through the news. So, people in chat, you can get it.
Anyways, the next article is Cat Quest for Switch launches November 20th. I reviewed that.
Isn't here.
I reviewed that, and the PC version has been out for a while, and the PS4 version just came out recently. But oh wait, it says the 14th, so in a couple days, and so I guess it's really releasing nearly a week later on the Switch. But November 10th in Europe though, so they're getting a little earlier. But I guess I might as well do the next couple because they're all just release dates. But the Telltale Walking Dead collection is coming out for PS4 and Xbox One as a physical release, and includes season 1, season 2, 400 Days, Michonne, and season 3.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. That was going to happen at some point, you know. Because they do that with all of them. It's like, well, we've made a lot of money digitally. Let's put it out on the disc now. Let's make some money off of that on disc. Which I don't know. That's a strategy that doesn't sound right to me.
It says that Telltale Games also announced that Gary Whitta, who worked on Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, and The Book of Eli, which is a terrible movie, will return will return as a story consultant for the 4th and final season of the Walking Dead Telltale series.
All right, Walking Dead. Damn, you guys are getting through it. We're on the Walking Dead story, right?
Yeah, we don't have to deal with your shenanigans. That's why we get stuff done.
We skipped the article that shall not be named because we don't want to invoke the wrath of something.
Oh, okay. Wrath of something. Okay, are you finished with the story, Eric, or
yeah,
are we still talking about it?
Wrath of puns.
Yeah, I need to get this. I didn't play the second season, and I know they got season 3 in there too, or something.
Season 2 is really good.
Yeah.
400 Days is okay.
Yeah.
I never played the Michonne one or the season 3.
I like the first one. The first one was good, but
first one's good. And I think the second one's better. It actually offers you.
I think the first season also got an engine overhaul, so now it's using the same engine from season 3.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next story from Siliconera. Detention is officially headed to the Nintendo Switch. So if you own a Nintendo Switch, you'll be in the principal's office and get detention. No, just kidding. So it's a horror game. And it's probably not going to make its way here, I'm guessing.
No, it is.
It is? Oh, shit.
I'm pretty sure the other versions of Detention are, so I don't see why this wouldn't.
All right. Well, it's a horror game. What is it? Like
Detention was never bad. It was just always you had to stay late, and that meant all the buses left. You had to go wait for the fucking metro.
Yep.
And then I'd have to go downtown and transfer before I could get home. It took me fucking hour on metro to get home.
Yeah, man. Detention
ridiculous.
Sucked.
It pissed me off so much.
Yeah, I agree, dude.
But it never stopped me from getting detention.
If I was president, I would make a law that abolished detention. How about that? I could run on that platform. I think that would be a winner.
No,
I didn't request code for this game because I kind of knew this would happen.
All right. Next story.
I wouldn't support your measure, but I deserved the detention that I got. So.
Oh, you did?
Also, I didn't have time for it.
Maybe
that was the reason.
Maybe I would make it like 10 times harder. Like you have to do hard labor when you're in detention. That might deter a few people from being naughty.
I'm fine with hard labor. I don't care. I'd be all right with that too.
Yeah.
I mean, for one thing, one of the detentions I had was basically me and another guy for most of the year, and then every once in a while we get a couple other people come in. But me and one other guy talking with the guys monitors about the NBA.
Ah, Gotcha.
We
Yeah.
talked about basketball the entire time.
Yeah.
For all year, all school year.
Detention is, there's been a lot of studies on detention. It's not a good deterrent.
No, it's not.
That and homework is not good for kids either. Like
Ugh.
they should
Yeah,
just.
they've really got to cut down on the amount of homework.
How about they just cut it out completely, like my kid's school does?
Less homework, more lecturing and interactive lecturing.
Yep,
With that.
absolutely, no question.
Yeah, it's gotta be more interactive. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right, Break. Next story.
And you know what I'm also a proponent of is the year-round school idea.
Yeah. Yeah,
because I like that. You go for 3 months of school and then you get
Also-
a month off.
Yep.
Also,
And then-
the U.S. should adopt what Japan does and have all the kids stick to a specified homeroom. And that way the students aren't moving around and the teachers are the ones that go to the different classrooms.
That's logistically impossible, Eric. You can't. The way they do high school is fine, like with different periods and stuff, but I think Breakman's onto something, man. You go to school for 3 months, get a month off, and you get your education done quicker. I think that's going to be a good thing to help students, but it's not going to happen.
And there've been a lot of studies showing that the traditional summer vacation type thing I know how it is for it being a kid. Going back then, you'd come back to school after 3.5 months. And it's like, here, let's do some algebra and do advanced algebra. Remember all that stuff you did, 6 months ago?
Yep.
Some of it.
It's really difficult, man. I like the way my kids' school does it. I mean, they still have the summer break, but it's a little bit shorter. Their year's a little bit longer, but they don't have homework unless they don't finish their work in school. Excuse me. But they learn a lot more. I mean, my son's going to college same time he's going to high school, so I don't know. It just works a little bit better. But anyways, let's move on. Breakman.
Yeah, we've learned a lot about children's education, and the rest. I think the whole fucking country needs to get an education about education.
Yeah, I would agree. I would totally agree.
There's too much. We've done it the old way, and it doesn't make sense.
No.
For one thing, like having teenagers go to school at like 7:30 in the morning doesn't fucking make sense.
No, it doesn't. They need to have later work day or school days.
Yep.
Because it's been proven time and again, like just what you said, like teenagers and kids in general aren't morning people, and it just
kids and especially teenagers need to sleep.
Yeah. All right.
And being up at 7:30 is not. It doesn't make sense physically for them. It basically, teenagers are going to stay up later and sleep later.
Yep.
And that's biological. That's not them being irresponsible. It's biological design.
That's totally true, Breakman. All right, next story, Break.
Coming to us live from Silicon Era. Let's see here. Do I want to read the heading or I don't know? Do I not? Oh shit, my shit froze.
It's up to you, man.
Fuck.
Oh, you want me to read it?
My shit froze.
Okay. Mobile release for visual novel Wild Romance brings animal girls on the go. Okay. So a bunch of furries, I'm guessing. Wild Romance.
Oh man, why is got freeze on a furry story? Damn it.
Well, they're not. They don't look like they're furries though.
I know. Wild Romance, which came out on...
They're like cat girls stuff.
All right, let me read the story, and then we'll comment. Wild Romance, which came on Steam a year ago, has received a new release on Android devices. So this is something that Breakman should pick up. Letting players get to know the game's cast of animal girl bachelorettes while on the move. I think that's all I need to hear.
Wait, why should I pick up a furry game again?
Because you're the only one that plays on your Android, dude. Like, almost.
Right, but it's a furry game.
Yeah, you got to be the one, dude. You got to be the.
That's not a furry game because if they were furries, they could be. They look more like animals.
One of them
and
does.
They have fur.
One of them
they
does.
have furries.
One of them does look like an animal, Eric. So I don't know if
they've got like ears, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Ears and tails and
still,
stuff.
Still, that's animals.
They're only part furry.
Yeah, I guess.
They're half furry, half. I don't know.
I know. All right, next story, Eric.
Next story is Immortal Redneck's coming to Switch.
Oh my goodness! What
This
is
is not
this?
an RPG, but I just find it hilarious. There's a game called Immortal Redneck. That's an FPS roguelike. So it's
Oh,
kind of an RPG.
it looks interesting. I don't know if I'd play it, but it looks cool. I mean, it's got. I mean, for an FPS, this is the first time I'm looking at it. It's got kind of a ancient Egypt pyramid vibe to it, which is kind of cool. I've always liked that ancient Egypt aesthetic. You know, kind of hieroglyphics. No, anybody?
Well,
Okay.
so Redneck showed up in Egypt one day and a cult mummified him. Now he's back for revenge.
It might be a blast, man. I might play this once I get. Oh, it's for the Switch. Wow. Once I get
An
a Switch,
FPS for the Switch that
Yeah.
isn't Wolfenstein or
I
Doom.
know. I might get that. That's interesting. All right, next story. Let's go with break.
I hope it's like Blood,
Yeah.
but with redneckery. I've never played Redneck Rampage.
I neither have either. All right. Speaking of Egyptian, Breakman,
Huh?
you there?
What? Huh?
Speaking of Egyptian, next story.
Oh shit! I thought that was the last story.
Nope.
I didn't actually have
Oh,
one
there's
loaded.
more.
Here, sorry.
Sorry.
Comes to us live from Silicon Era. It's still not loading.
These nights in Cairo looks for love on an Egyptian excavation. So it's another visual novel. It will have
The
players.
art style's not doing it
Hang
for me.
on.
That's all I have to say.
These nights in Cairo will have players helping Margaret work through the mysteries surrounding an archaeological dig she's working on, all while trying to find time for romance on the side. See, this is you guys.
It's also a period piece.
Eric, hang on. This is the type of game, right, where you buy it for your girlfriend, right, or your wife. You buy this for your girlfriend to get her into games. Like it's like a visual romance novel type thing.
Well, it's an otome, so it's supposed to kind of be.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like this is the type of game that you know. Unless you have a hardcore gamer for a wife or girlfriend, this is the game to kind of introduce them to modern gaming, and then you move on to RPGs, and then you rule the world. I guess I don't know, but anyways, it's coming out. I'd be interested in playing this, Eric. I don't know what turns you off of this game, just the art style, or
Yeah, it doesn't look that great to me. That's all.
It doesn't say what system it's coming out for.
It's a PC game.
Oh, PC. Never mind. I'll never, never play it. All right. That's the end of the news. Wow. Okay. What a week. Any homie discounts, Eric? I saw something in there. PSN sale. Anything going on that? No?
Yeah. There's a couple of decent things on the sale.
Yeah.
One of them was like, I don't know how good the game is, but it's Earthston. It's normally like, I think $30, but now it's only like 5
Yeah.
or 6. I mean,
Yeah. Freak5 says bullshit that being up early is considered a virtue. I totally agree
I like
with that.
waking up
Yeah.
early, but that's just how I am.
Yeah, I know. I was used to waking up early and shit, but man, older I get, fuck that. Man.
Freak says something that I'm gonna actually, as part of my stinko. I wonder how much it is related to when most jobs were more agricultural based. Speaking of being up early to go to work and go to school and
Set your
stuff like
clocks back
that.
today because of bullshit.
Yeah, where people had to get up early to get everything done on time. Yeah, and it is exactly that.
Yeah.
So anyway, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying, like, I never understood that. Like, you know, like, it's usually like the older generation that's like, you know, ooh, the early bird gets the worm. Well, this is fucking 2017. It's not 1950. You know, the 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
70s, they're all over with. We're in the 2010s now, soon to be
People are
20s.
more productive if they get a good fucking night's sleep.
My job actually recently shifted from a 6:30 to 3 job to a 7 to 3 job, but they cut our 30-hour lunch break to 15 minutes, and we get paid for that break now.
That's weird, dude. Like here,
Yeah.
you have to
Yeah,
have
we
an
can't
half
go
an hour.
out and like get lunch, so we have to do it ahead of time.
Ugh. That reminds me, I saw this. I don't know if I talked about it on the show before. I probably did, but Michael Moore's.
Some people don't. Some people didn't like it, but I don't mind. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that's kind of sucks is I have significantly less time to like play on my Vita or something
Well,
after I'm done
it's not
eating.
even that, dude. When you're shoveling food in your mouth and all you have is 15 minutes, like that's not good. It's not good at all. Michael Moore did a documentary on the title of it is like Where to Invade Next, but like we totally fucking dropped the ball when it comes to lunch hours here in the United States. Like it, just watch that documentary, you guys will know what I'm talking
We
about.
drop the ball a lot
Yeah, we do.
as far as work is
Yep,
concerned.
absolutely.
But you know
dude.
what? We're better than a lot of countries, which is fucking sad.
Oof, I don't know, dude. It's getting worse and worse here, dude. I mean, Eric is that's a prime
No, I'm not
example.
saying it's not. That's
Yeah,
not what I was saying.
that's a prime example of what's wrong with this country. You know, you got 15 minutes to kind of chill out. I mean, come on, man. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I think it's a failing of the company to provide enough workers so that they can keep productivity going, so that people can take their breaks when they want to take their breaks for as long as they need to take them.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think I mentioned like I think it's Italy. You get like a 2 hour lunch. You can go home. You can let your food settle. Go back to work. You know, finish your day. Then, you got like a month of vacation coming up, and I don't know. It's just so much better. I think they should take cues. The government could take cues from a lot of countries in Europe and Scandinavia and do things that way. But that's pipe dream, especially
Well, it
now.
doesn't help that we don't have a union at my job.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on.
Actually,
Oh,
I've got some. What are we doing now?
we were doing homie discounts, but
Homie discounts. Yes, I have some homie discounts.
yeah.
This is actually Black Friday discount, so it doesn't apply yet, but
Way ahead of time.
Friday, yeah, Black Friday. This so you guys know coming up. It's only a few weeks away. This is Kohl's. They're going to be selling the Xbox One
Mm-hmm.
for $189.99
What?
The
with
original edition.
with a $45 gift card to Kohl's.
What?
And they're going to be selling the PlayStation 4 for $199.99 with a $60 gift card to Kohl's.
What? That's crazy. Wow.
And those are just those are the by themselves. They are
Mhm.
actually also selling bundles. Let's see here if my page would load.
Is this Black
They have
Friday? Black Friday
Yeah,
talk?
these are Black Friday
Okay.
deals. This is
Yeah.
Kohl's, and
Mhm.
it starts actually it starts on Thanksgiving at 5 p.m. They'll be selling the Xbox One with Halo Wars 2, 2 controllers, and a downloadable game for $329.99.
Mhm.
And there's a PlayStation 2 one, but the $199 with a gift card for $60.
Is there
That's a
a
freaking
PS4
game.
Pro on that list by chance?
No.
Oh,
There's
fuck.
there's
That
another
sucks.
PlayStation bundle. I'm trying to find it. Sorry.
That's all right. Damn
Thought it
it.
was on the next page, but no, it's not on the next page. Fucking dicks.
Those are great deals, man. Right
Yeah.
on the
So
homie
for
discounts.
basically $30 because it's a $60 gift card to Kohl's.
Yeah. I would buy it and resell it just so I could get a PS4 Pro because I really want that ultra high def 4K capability for movies specifically. But I can dream. I can dream. All right.
Actually, Freak says something that now that he says it, I think it's right. I think that is law in Ohio.
What?
I'm pretty sure it's federal. He says federal law, but I think it's Ohio law that if you work more than 6 hours, they have to offer you a half hour off of lunch.
They are.
Mm.
Do you see how they get away with that though? They offered him 15-minute paid break and a 15 unpaid. So technically he is
No,
getting...
10 paid as well.
Oh, another 10 paid as well. So yeah, that's
I don't
that's
like
cool.
well, because they're paying you. That's how they're getting away with it.
I guess, man. I guess. I think that's how they do that, but
That's some shady shit. I think
that's like
that's
some
skating around the law.
that's like some Papa John's shady shit. You know what I mean? That's just fuck.
It's not just Papa John's. It's all pizza delivery places.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew somebody who worked at Papa John's doing delivering. I
I
know
was
some of the
just
shit.
I was just
I
referring.
almost put that on my stinkos, but I kind of figured either of you did.
Yeah, I was
Alright.
just I was just referring to the Popple John Popple
Popple.
Pa- Papa
Papa
John's Papa
Popple
John
John's.
Yeah, Pope John's. Um,
I like their pizza too.
I'm not a big fan.
Eh.
I think their sauce is a little too sweet for my liking, but whatever. I don't shop there, so it doesn't affect me. All
Now
right.
I'll never go there.
Yeah.
I,
All right.
I like their sauce, but Mrs. Brakeman doesn't. So this doesn't affect me either.
That's because Mrs. Brakeman is smart.
And she carries my balls in her purse.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the way it should be. So there you go. Any Twitter questions, Brakeman?
There's just your comment about how you watch a video before every show.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
That's Lost in Vegas, man. Those guys are throwing it down. They did a video on 46 and 2. These guys have never heard some of these songs, and they just give you real reactions, like, and they're fun. They actually break down lyrics and riffs and shit like that, and it's surprising but awesome. I love that channel. I wanna get those guys on the show because I got a couple of songs I want them to react to. So, anyways, if you're listening, guys, you guys.
Oh yeah, today is
they're so
definitely
rough.
Extra Life, but oh well.
Yeah, I'm not doing Extra Life. I don't have money for that this year. Let's see. Anything else?
You're not
Nothing
gonna
else?
stream video games? Oh wait, you don't have any consoles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great. Thanks for reminding me, Eric. Fucker. Exiled.
Well, if you didn't want to flip it, you can get that PS4 for
I'm
$200, or for $10 less, you could get an Xbox and play with Brakeman.
I would
Nobody.
probably do that and
Don't
make
tempt
a little,
him.
and make a little money, like charge $250 or something.
He needs to
for
play
it.
RPGs.
Nobody wants to play with me.
Dude, I want to, but you need a PS4, dude. Like, I mean,
You're the one who doesn't have a console. I already have one. This is on
I
you.
will have
Don't
you know.
change the name of the game.
I'm trying
You
to.
can't change the rules.
If
once
Sony
it
weren't being a
starts.
bitch, we could do crossplay.
I know. All right, guys, let's move on. What have you been playing? I gotta hurry up with the show. I gotta pay my cell phone bill.
Minecraft.
Exactly. What have you been playing? Brakeman, let's start with you. Usual, Halo 5,
I
Fallout.
have actually been mostly binging something, so I have not played much of anything
Stranger
this
Things too?
week. Yes.
Okay. I figured because I did the same thing. All right, Eric, what have you been playing?
I played more Color X Malice. I wanted to play Zwei the Illverter's Resurrection a little bit more, but I got caught up with Super Mario Odyssey some more.
Yeah.
It's
game
fun
looks so
and
fun.
addicting.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh my
trying
God,
to
that
get
game looks
moons even
fun.
though I beat the main game.
That game looks like the funnest game to come along since, well, Super Mario Brothers, doesn't it? Like, I mean, it just looks like.
I also
pure
played a
fun.
little bit of Demon Gaze 2 ahead of its release.
Mm. How's that,
Yeah.
Eric? It's looking good.
It's more Demon Gaze, but
Yeah.
it's weird because like the demons that you get were basically AI partners in the first game, but now they're your actual party members. So you can't actually make a custom party anymore. You can only use the demons that you've caught.
Mm,
I mean, I guess in that way you can customize your party, but you can't actually just do it from the get-go.
mm. Well, maybe
That's
it's streamlined.
weird.
I mean, and although in the last game they kind of locked out the number of party members you could have at a moment because you'd have to advance the plot before you could buy the room to house somebody in there.
Yeah. Dungeon Buster said he's been playing Assassin's Creed Origins, been binging on that. So there you go. I heard pretty good things on Assassin's
Although
Creed
it does
Origins.
feel a little bit easier than the last game and more and experience games in general, because in the first game you had to pay rent every time you went to the hotel to restore your health and stuff, but you don't have to do that anymore. In fact, you get a lot more money to spend on things this time.
So
Alright.
wait, you can just walk in the hotel and be like, "Bitch, Like I'm just taking room 5.
Yeah, that's the first
But
thing
sir,
I do.
you have to check in.
Like when I go to
Fuck
Vegas,
you, I'll chop your dick off.
that's exactly right. That's the first thing I do when I go to Vegas and I go to a hotel. I go, bitch, where's my room? And even if it's a guy.
I also played a little bit of Blackberry Honey.
Yeah. All right. I played a little bit of Stranger Things. They added that content I told you guys. I did not finish it, so I'll have a full on.
That's the old school looking RPG game, right?
It's not an RPG, really. It's like
Oh,
more.
it isn't?
No, it's an adventure game.
Okay.
But it's fun. It's like Adam's Family Light because it's not nearly as hard as Adam's Family, but it sort of reminded me of Uncle Fester's Quest. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Fester's Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That game was
Well,
hard.
That one was
Which game?
Uncle Fester's Quest.
was it was it wasn't really straightforward as what you were supposed to do next a lot of the time.
Adam's Family Values for the Super Nintendo and the Genesis was pretty much Fester's Quest 2.
Freak 5, that's awesome, man. He says like when I go show up in Vegas, he's like, and that's why Frank has a black eye because I call people bitches. Yeah, I guess. Dungeon Buster says also trying out Call of Duty World War II. After Wolfenstein 2, it feels a bit garbage. I've been hearing nothing but bad things about Call of Duty, and that
Really?
yes. If Dungeon Buster says it, then he's a
Well, Call of Duty
really,
hasn't
really
been good for years, so.
Yeah.
And the last Call of Duty that seemed to be universally liked was Black Ops 2.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the Modern Warfare
Black Ops
games
2
were
and
good
Modern
too.
Warfare 2,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the last two that were really liked. Like, what was coming after them? Like the third Modern Warfare was kind of just like, eh.
Yeah. Those games are kind of.
Ghosts. Everybody hates Ghosts,
Yeah.
and everybody hates Infinite Warfare even more.
Yeah. Those games, I don't think they have any place for them to go anymore with those games. They've hit their wall. I think going back to World War II was a mistake. I mean, that's already been done. There was an excellent.
I basically want them to just bring us back to the Modern Warfare. Like, this is Modern Warfare 2 was what, like 10 years ago or something. It's been a long time since they've been in the modern zone.
Yeah.
They tried to go with the sci-fi elements and the futuristic stuff with kind of Ghost, and then really with Infinite Warfare.
Yeah.
And people hated that stuff. They want a modern day shooter.
Yeah,
they don't. A lot of people do.
Yeah, they want a modern day shooter. I mean, if they would have did something, I know this might have been insensitive, but why not do something like in Iraq or Afghanistan or something that's kind of current? Why?
Well, there was supposed to be this game called 6 Days in Fallujah, but it got canceled.
No, I know that got canceled for obvious reasons, but I just think like you there's no place else to go militarily. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just not a first-person shooter in a World War II settings. I mean, Medal of Honor, I think, kind of did it best, and it just there's nothing left. Bridget in chat says, "I love Fester's Quest." She's in the Twitch chat, by the way. She wants her Nintendo back. Get a Nintendo. Get the Super NES that they got for $45. All right, let's move on, guys. Eric, can you please hold your Thor?
Yeah, that's
review?
fine.
All right, the Super Mario Odyssey one I don't mind, but the Thor Ragnarok I have not gotten a chance to see, and I really want to see it. So, Super Mario Odyssey, dude.
I will say there's a scene in the movie that is ripped
I'm
straight
not
from a
listening.
scene from another movie.
I am not listening.
What movie are we watching? Oh, Thor Ragnarok.
I am not.
Yeah, I've had shit come. I was planning to go see it, and then I had some shit come up. So
yeah.
I did not see
I'm
it.
tuning out.
I'm
Super Mario
irritated.
Odyssey. Eric.
I'll say it's funny
Eric.
how they
Super
explain how Hulk
Mario
got there.
Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, okay. Super Mario Odyssey is the latest Mario game that isn't a new Super Mario Brothers or new Super Mario Brothers like 3D Land and 3D World War. It's an actual let's explore stuff Mario, and I'll say it's more Mario 64 than it is Galaxy, because Galaxy's it was still kind of linear and mission based, but in 64 you could go after a different star if you wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
but the improvement with this game is that you can just keep getting them. You don't have to keep re-entering the level every time you get a star,
Yeah.
unless it's the 100 coin star, which is the only star in the game that lets you continue playing afterwards.
Hmm. I want to play this game. I hope it's a lot better than Sunshine. Sunshine was fun,
It's
but it was
much better than Sunshine.
but it
I
was
like Don't
Fuck
talk
Sunshine.
bad about
no.
Sunshine.
I'm gonna
I will not sit back idly and let you diss Sunshine.
okay.
The only bad thing about Sunshine is its
I will
voice
not
acting.
listen to this. I cannot take it.
The voice acting is awful.
Voice acting is awful, but it was extremely difficult for a Mario game. Like my thumb.
I'll give you that. Sunshine was definitely in spots very hard, but
Yeah.
I think there are parts in Sunshine that could have been improved by having the water booster thing work a little bit better.
Yeah, I had a hard time with the controls on that game. It was just, it's not so much that it was difficult. It was just like different, and it wasn't like 64. Like it didn't quite move like 64 in a way. I don't
There
know
were
if that
definitely
makes
some
sense.
difficult spots in Sunshine.
Yeah, it's fun though. I like watching.
And the
people play it.
soundtrack could have been better.
Yeah, it was fun. It's fun.
But,
All right, let's.
It's,
Yeah.
there are a couple really great levels, like Bowser's Castle for one. I won't spoil it because it's definitely something you need to experience yourself.
Yeah.
And you should just avoid Twitter
Yeah.
for a couple days.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't want to be spoiled. I want to play that fucking game, but I have this problem called.
It looks good.
Yeah.
And the only penalty for dying is you lose 10 coins. No more lives, which is great because fuck lives.
Yeah, I think that's an archaic
Especially
idea.
since the last few Mario games have like just thrown lives at you, and it's like, at this point, why even bother with it?
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
I guess if you don't have coins, you'll just end up with 0 coins still, and you'll just lose any coins you might have picked up.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on Super Mario Odyssey, Eric, or you done?
It isn't particularly difficult, but the challenge just does ramp up, and the post-game content is a lot harder than you'd expect it to be. Like, there's a perfect run-like level where there's like 0 checkpoints, and it's this long gauntlet of platforming.
Hmm.
That sounds brutally hard, but that is in the vein of Mario.
Yeah.
There is always something hard in the Mario games.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's
it's supposed to
always
be that
it's
way.
always been like that. Even though these are games.
Runes,
Yeah.
like the extra level challenges, like if you want to do the foot races, like there's like a second grade version which is even harder because there's this golden Koopa Troopa that is like super fast.
All right. Let's. Yeah.
DB in chat says, haha, you lose coins now in Super Mario Odyssey instead lives. I'm sorry, Sonic. Mario is stolen your thunder again.
I know, man. Like they had that
Well,
idea
Sonic
for
still
a
had
while ago.
lives.
Yeah. All right. What are you giving Super Mario Odyssey so we can move on, Eric?
I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Wow, a patented 10 out of 10 for Super
It
Mario
is
Odyssey.
currently the Game of the Year contender unless Xenoblade 2 blows it out of the water.
Yeah, I doubt that, man. Super Mario Odyssey just looks like fucking fun.
Yeah, that's the word to describe it the best. Every
Yeah.
preview I've seen looks.
If Xenoblade 2 ends up being another Game of the Year contender, I'll make it the RPG Game of the Year and make Mario the other Game of the Year.
Yeah. All right. Freak 5, let me get caught up in chat here. Freak 5 said he had a question posed to him last night. What superheroine could Kat Dennings play as? I like your choice of She-Hulk for sure. I think they need to bring She-Hulk into the fold at some point. Kat Dennings, what else would she be really good as? Maybe I was thinking X-Men. No. Wow, that's a good one, Freak 5. I'd have to think about that. She would fit in pretty nicely in the MCU, I think. That's a good pick. All right, let's move on to our Stinkos of the week. Breakman. Stinko.
I've got a couple. One, I don't really want to go into it because I don't know detail. I don't have an actual fact, so I'll just say it's going to hurt me monetarily for the moment. So I was thinking about maybe getting like a 2DS because I was failing on getting the Super NES Mini, or maybe even saving up and just getting a Switch.
Yeah,
This Mario Odyssey.
do that, dude.
But
do
that's
that.
not happening now because there's things that have blown up recently, and
Oh no.
yeah.
Money
So
wise.
anyway, what's that?
I was just gonna say, blown up money wise, right? Like.
Yeah. So anyway, my other stinko goes to the one I do twice every fucking year. Daylight fucking saving time. Yeah, I know. What the fuck? Why do we still do that?
I don't know, dude. Like Phoenix has in Arizona has it right. They never move their clocks, and everybody, for some reason, in Phoenix is just as fine as people, other than being hot.
I know, it's weird. Like you'd think they'd like blow up or something.
I know, dude. It's weird. Like people
spontaneous combustion or
yeah,
something.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like people in Phoenix are like out there and they don't do the time change. So you would think that they would be all
don't
out
change
of
clocks.
whack.
All of a sudden, poof!
I know.
Gone.
I know. I think it's stupid. I think it's time to abolish it. I hate it. I don't know anybody that likes it other than the people that like the one that we're getting today where we gain an hour.
It's always the old people.
Yeah.
It's
but you gotta have it gives you an extra hour of daylight. Yeah.
Usually their excuses are it's best for like the farming community. Like they can get up it's so they have the sunlight when they're getting up early to milk the cows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude, it's called fucking electricity.
Yeah, yeah. And not only that, I'm sorry, is it the year 2017 or am I back in 1950 again? Because it sure feels like it. Our government is back in the 50s. The environment is, beyond repair at this point. Like I feel like literally like we are insulated in a 50s bubble in this country. It's weird.
We're all gonna be
I don't think it's beyond repair, but if we don't do something within the next 20 years, it will be.
Yeah.
Environmentally, I don't know. Like a lot of stuff that we see, it means the damage is already done.
Yeah, it's already done. There's no going back. The only thing we can hope is that technology outpaces it somehow, but not in this country. I can tell you that much, especially with who we just elected into office, jackass. All right. Freak 5 Chaos says his stinko is depression. Sorry about that, Freak 5. I know you lost your job, dude.
If anybody has a reason to be depressed, like you've had, every one of us has had like a rough year.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've had death of a friend. I'm going through something else right now. But you have you've blown us all away in the bad news department.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. He is looking on the bright side though. He says he has a sweeto since he doesn't have a job. Daylight saving times won't affect him too much. Yeah, I know, dude. That's looking at it. Hang in there, Freak 5. You'll get back on that horse for sure.
How's your job hunt going, Frank?
What job hunt, dude? What? I'm not even looking at this point, dude. Like I got discouraged like big time. So yeah. So, all right, let's move on. Eric, what is your stinko?
So hold on, excuse me. My stinko would be that Crunchyroll got hacked. Today.
No.
Apparently, like there was some like pop-up that tells you to install the Crunchyroll viewer, which is not official. So someone hacked it. So now you have to reset all your passwords. And so I'm just not going to touch my password until that's rectified because they'll just get hacked again. Probably.
Yeah, that sucks, man. That really sucks for Crunchyroll. That's a
good service. And I only just recently changed my password.
That sucks, dude. All right, anything else, Eric?
But Papa John's being a racist shithead again.
That's what I was referring to earlier. Papa John's.
So like before, he blamed his poor sales on Obama because Obamacare was going to happen, and I think he like denied healthcare to his employees
Oh,
and
yeah.
said gave out free pizzas for a while.
Yeah, he's a dick, man. He doesn't care about his employees at all. You know what his reasoning why Papa John's is doing so terribly in the stock market is because the NFL anthem
And
protest.
who are kneeling.
And I'm like, really? That's what you're staking your business on? Is you're advertising with the NFL? Go fuck yourself and your gazillion dollars, man. Just go away.
I'm tired of this fucking black and white world we live in where everybody says it's always one thing. Like, the NFL ratings are down. There are a lot of reasons NFL ratings down. It's not one reason.
Yeah.
It's not one reason. Fuck.
No, it's
in
not.
In fact, the most prevalent reason is fucking technology.
Yeah.
Have you looked at Twitter lately? Like,
Who wants to go
Twitter?
to an outside game when you can watch it on TV?
Well,
but I'm
that's a
talking about
different.
television.
Yeah,
ratings.
that's a different argument.
I'm talking about television ratings now, though.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch the game, sit home on a Sunday, or you can be out and about doing your thing and scrolling through Twitter and seeing the highlight plays for free.
Yeah.
Like, here's the best play. Like, just scroll through Twitter on a Sunday. You'll see the best fucking plays.
I don't know.
You don't need to even watching any of the games anymore.
I don't know one person that is not. I'm sure there are out there, but I'm sure it's a very, very.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the YouTube videos of guys burning their tickets and stuff.
Very.
You want to say Eric because Eric's always interrupting you.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute myself so you can.
There's a very, very small percentage of people that are not watching the NFL because of the protest. And to those people, I say, good on you. That's the way you do it. You just, if you don't like something, then protest by not purchasing. But I'm not watching it now for the opposite reason. I mean, I think if you're not watching the NFL because of the kneeling, then you are part of the problem. Like, that little minority is usually the white nationalists that still watch football, even though it's 75% dominant by black players. But I think they're in it for the owners, because the owners, to me, I think the NFL owners, and I've thought about this a long time. I don't know if I probably have mentioned it on this show, but I think the NFL owners are modern day slave owners. I'm not.
Don't fucking.
Hold on.
Please don't say
hold
that.
On.
Seriously.
Hold on.
Don't fucking say it.
No, I'm gonna say it because it's true, dude. It's not.
It's
just
not
think about it.
True. Not even
it is
slightly.
True.
Like,
it
it's a
totally
disservice
is true. No,
to anybody
it's
who's
true.
been a slave.
No.
Consider an NFL owner a slave owner.
No. Look. Listen to the parallels, dude. I mean, you had plantation owners that owned slaves, right? So now you have NFL owners. Now, granted,
they don't own them. They don't own them, and they pay millions.
Oh, yes, they do own them.
How do they own them?
If you don't think that
Dude,
the NFL...
I watch shows like Tanked, and I
they don't own them, but they act as though they do.
Look,
they try and act like they do. But
no, they do.
Go off and they live their lives completely free of that. I watch shows like Tanked where these NFL players
have you looked at those contracts?
They have mansions.
Have you looked at those contracts?
You cannot call somebody who has a mansion a slave.
Look, you're looking at it wrong, dude. You're looking at it totally wrong. The players have
and basically, Freak 5Cast says it for a fact. The players have a choice. Slaves don't have a choice.
No, I understand
that. If they don't like what the NFL, what their owners are doing,
they're indentured servants, but even indentured servants are awful.
That's what I'm saying.
They're not indentured servants.
Yes, they are.
Yes,
they are. Absolutely.
They're getting paid, dude. You're out of your mind.
You realize indentured servants got paid too,
even Chad
right?
is against you on this.
No, they can be against me.
Like,
I don't care.
I've heard this argument from people on ESPN, which is why
I never get to finish my point. So you never get the full story.
It's ridiculous.
You never. No, it's absolutely not ridiculous.
The players can leave, but
it's 100% real.
Is probably not really an option, though.
Number one,
it is. Like,
okay,
you get paid
hold
$1
on.
million. All
right, hold on. Not one of these owners has the fucking talent, all right, athletically, to do anything. So what do? They get rich, right? Usually
that's not
hold
true.
on, hold on.
Actually, Mike Brown was in the NFL.
I'm not gonna finish this story because I get interrupted so often. But anyways, let's move on. We did breaks. All right, let's move on to your Sweeto, Breakman.
My Sweeto goes to Stranger Things too.
Stranger Things 2. Yeah, it's good, dude. Did you think it was a little bit darker this time? I did. I thought it was.
I definitely think
I
it
haven't
was
seen it
darker
yet.
this time.
Yeah.
No
And I want to try
spoils.
and avoid spoilers, but it's basically a lot of times the sophomore year of a show is kind of like the down year, and I don't other than the one really big misstep I think they took. Other than that big misstep, I thought it was pretty damn good. And I thought there were new things to love. I think if you're not a fan of Dustin, the guy who plays Dustin at the end by the time this show's over, you were fucking stupid or something. I don't know.
I totally
Because
agree with
that
that.
kid was amazing.
Yeah,
he did such a great job.
He's good, but he's weird looking, man. Ooh, and he's even weirder looking. Weirder looking with
Yeah,
this.
but that's like I don't know, like that's like let me see. Steve Buscemi, like he's a great actor, right?
Yeah, of course. I didn't say he couldn't
But
act.
he's not like maybe he's not the best looking guy. Like
I did have
so, but the kid who's playing Dustin, like fantastic.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, there's another Sweeto I forgot
Hold
to
on,
mention.
Eric. Hold on, Eric. We haven't gotten to your
Or
Sweetos
Stinko,
yet.
I mean, sorry.
We haven't. All right, hang on. I thought that they made a misstep by giving him teeth, dude. Like that was part of his character. Like he was, But I don't know. They kind of did it kind of fun in a way, but I'm like, that's a little Hollywood, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, obviously there was a lot of that stuff where there's a lot of similarities to the first season.
Yeah.
And such like that, where it's like, okay, like it's not, this isn't perfect, but you can't say the first season was perfect. I mean, I gave it a 10 for 10 because I think it's still maybe the best show I've ever seen. I really love Stranger Things. I think it's a fantastic show. I want more.
I agree with you. I don't think it's...
do we have an idea of season 3?
Yeah, it's coming. That's what we have.
Oh yeah, they've already like signed up for like season 4, I think.
Oh wow, good.
Like Stranger Things, Netflix is so happy with Stranger Things, they've actually released numbers on it.
Yeah,
and as far
million.
as the numbers are concerned, Netflix is now, Stranger Things is now the most popular show in the world, not Walking Dead.
It's very close. They're both in the 15...
Even in Japan.
Eric, you interrupt every time I say one word, dude. It's weird.
Yeah, that's my job, Eric. Stop.
I must have not heard you.
Jeez, dude. All right. I lost it. Stranger Things is awesome for sure, man. I can't wait till we review that, Eric. So get on it, dude. It's gonna be fun.
And I do have a theory about one character because I want to kind of say it a little bit because I haven't actually read this theory anywhere. But the character of Billy, who's basically he's a bad guy in this show, in this season, of Stranger Things 2. I think he has a little sister named Maxine, who's a new character, who he was always trying to separate from. The boy who's trying to get close to her, who was black, and there's a lot of like Billy's racist and stuff like that. I don't think it was Billy. I think Billy was trying to protect his sister from his dad.
I thought that too.
I think it's the dad that's the racist, and I think that's what it was all about.
I agree.
I'm thinking Billy's gonna come back and be a good guy in season 3.
I agree. And that character in particular had the most depth of any character that we've seen in the series this far. I'm glad you brought that up, Breakman. That's a very astute observation. I made the same observation. I'm like, this dude is being portrayed as something, but I know there's more to it than meets the eye. They brought a lot of nuance this year, which I like. I love nuance in shows. It's why shows like Game of Thrones is where it is. Walking Dead has some nuance, but they kind of flub up sometimes. But
they have like their great episodes where they can do it, and then they have the next episode where it's like, what the fuck were they doing this episode?
Do they have, for instance, different writers?
Yeah, I think so, probably. The last episode of Walking Dead was basically just a lot of gunplay, like just shooting, marching down hallways and shooting.
Yeah.
Very little story or substance at all. It was just a fight.
Freak 5, I did watch the first season of Big Mouth, and I am very happy that they're coming with the second season
Yeah, I'm
of
gonna
Big
watch
Mouth.
that at some point. I Stranger Things.
It's fun. Some of the jokes fall flat, but a lot of them are laugh out loud funny. I thought it was really funny. That guy is so fucking talented. I'm not talking about Nick Kroll. I'm talking about that other dude that's always with Nick Kroll. He's got like a beard. Looks really like, I don't know, man. He's kind of got like a Middle Eastern look to him. I can't remember his name, but he plays the monster on Big Mouth, the hormone monster. But I don't know.
Monster.
Yeah, dude, you got to watch that show.
I'm definitely
it's
gonna
pretty
watch it. I've heard good things, so I'm gonna see it.
It's real fun.
And Dungeon Buster says in chat, Netflix is on a tear of new content. You know what Netflix is? Netflix is the GameCube.
Yep.
Remember, like the GameCube, like the GameCube or the Wii even.
Yeah,
I think the Wii would actually be better. Like it'd have these fantastic games.
Yep. That's
like
yeah.
like Boom Blocks. Like Boom Blocks is a fucking amazing game.
Yeah.
And then it'd have like 50 like copies of it. And, like it'd have like so much fucking shit.
Yeah.
There are some really great things in Netflix, but so much shit.
Yeah, the one thing Dungeon Buster is bringing up is they're burning through a lot of money, and they are.
Yeah, I don't think their model is sustainable.
It will be. I think it will be, because the only thing that they got to get down is the movie part of it, because their movie, like in-house movies, haven't been the greatest.
I don't think so. I think there's some more problems too. The fact that Hulu gets the television shows pretty regularly. Like they can get a show that's just came out, whereas on Netflix you have to wait.
Yeah, but the thing about that is like I think people more and more aren't caring. Like they're not. I mean, the trend
which is a good thing. I think.
Yeah, I agree. The trend is going more and more online. Like I don't have a cable subscription, because why? Like I can get all my content online. Like that's just the way it is. Netflix is
the only reason I have DirecTV is because of sports.
Yeah.
I mean, for basically, it's
and there are a million
college basketball games.
Yeah. They're a million times.
What's that?
They're a million times better than Comcast ever will be. DirecTV. I like DirecTV service. That's one thing I do like DirecTV, but man, more and more like that shit's just. I mean, nobody who's gonna like in 20 years. Can you imagine? Like, I think it's gonna be weird. Do you want to get satellite cable or regular cable? I don't even think it's gonna be a debate anymore. Just give me the best internet package that you got, and I'll go from there. You know, a la carte.
I don't know. It depends on how much they want to charge for it, because it seems like especially cable wants to, maximize their profit, minimize our quality.
Yeah, as soon as they get rid of net neutrality, which is coming, then it's all over. But then we'll all be suffering with slow ass speeds and bullshit. So we'll see. We'll see how the chips fall. All right, let's move on to you. Oh, you had a stinko. Eric, apparently another stinko. So go ahead.
Kevin.
What happened?
My headset just fell off.
Eric just died on live radio, everyone.
Kevin Spacey
please
being.
call 911. We're so sorry.
Kevin Spacey being a creeper.
That reminds me of actually another one that we should have mentioned that I haven't. It's that fucking massacre and terrorist attack in New York.
Yeah, another one in Denver too.
I don't think anybody heard me that time.
Yeah, you said the sexual abuse of Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, we did. That's. I mean, I think I talked.
I don't know why that reminded me of a massacre, but.
Well, House of Cards was.
It reminds me that you were thinking of it.
Yeah. The New York stuff. The idiot in Denver who decided to go into a Walmart by where my kids live. Wow. Yeah. I don't know what to say about it other than, more security is not going to help. The travel ban is not going to help. That guy was an American. So, the guy in Vegas, the guy in Vegas had no ties to ISIS whatsoever, regardless of what Fox News wants to tell you. And yet It's the biggest mass shooting in the history of the United States. What was it? 500 people were affected by that, with 50 of them dying or so. I don't know what the final body count in Vegas was, but
I think it was 49, 50 if you include him, but I don't include him. So
Yeah.
49.
yeah, I just
But I'm not positive on that.
like all this travel ban and all that type of stuff. It doesn't work. Like I've never heard of a story of a travel ban like preventing a terrorist from getting here. You know, it just doesn't work that way. Usually, if refugees are trying to get away from something, that tells you something right there. You know, they're trying to get away from that.
There was a lot of misconception about like Obama just letting. I hear a lot from like the right, like he just let anybody in. Like that's not true. Like there are a lot of provisions set up during the Bush administration, and they were actually even heavily they were more influenced under the Obama administration as far as like people who can immigrate into this country.
Yeah.
Like he had extremely strict immigration rules.
We still
People
have
don't know that.
strict rules. We still have strict rules.
Well, I'm saying Trump wants to make them like this segregated thing, you know, like he wants to turn it into I don't know. I don't know what he wants. He wants to make it 1950 again, like you said.
I'm telling you,
people don't know that Obama was very really strict on who could immigrate into this country.
Yeah, he definitely deported more people than Bush did. There's no question about that.
That's true. Yes.
By the way, I've been very critical of Obama, and there's a lot more where that.
So have I.
So, mine kind of in the political realm. Carter Page did an interview with CNN, and that dude has the look of, I just made one of the biggest deals of my life with prosecutors. So I'm guessing that Carter Page, why he was so open and honest on that CNN interview is because he's got a deal too. So now we have Papadopoulos. In my opinion, Carter Page is going to be protected via some sort of plea bargain, because he admitted that Sessions and Papadopoulos and Trump were in that meeting and they discussed Russia. So all kinds of liars. The ones that I can't wait for are Jeff Sessions and Donald Trump Jr., because Trump's inevitable at this point, but I really want to see those guys in handcuffs, man. Jeff Sessions to me would be one that would be awesome to see in handcuffs. I hope they put his racist ass in jail for the rest of his unnatural life, because he's a piece of shit. And also George H.W. Bush. Now this is something weird. I'm pissed at George H.W. Bush for saying anything about Trump, because he himself is a fucking sexual assault machine. I don't know if you guys heard, but when he used to take pictures with models or actors or, celebrities, he would put his hand on their ass and he would squeeze it. Not just put it there like they say, like his publicist said, but he would squeeze it and he would tell a joke about David Copperfield. And if that doesn't tell you what a fucking piece of shit George H.W. Bush is, I don't know what will. I mean, nobody should be put in that position. Like he's supposed to be a revered, former president and all this bullshit. And I can imagine the excitement of some of these women that get to take a picture with the former president, and their lasting impression is, ugh. That's a former president of the United States doing that. Ugh. It's icky. It's sad. And I hope that one of those people put his ass in jail too. What is he, 93? That would be perfect for him too, along with Clinton and maybe Obama and a bunch of other fucking asshole politicians that
I think 99% of them.
Yeah, I agree. I think we just need to purge the whole fucking thing, blow it all up.
Yeah, that's why I love the drain the swamp comment. But it's
Yeah.
Not
Well,
it's not coming from people who are actually going to drain the swamp because
right.
they are part of the
Right.
swamp.
We need to do the opposite of what Donald Trump has done in
Yeah.
office. That would be good.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to.
Instead of bringing more crocodiles into the swamp, getting
Right.
rid of the crocodiles.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna move right into my Sweeto. This is kind of gonna be a weird Sweeto too, but Mallard Report. I don't know how he got this interview.
Mallard, you mean?
Yeah, I call it Mallard Report because Mallard Duck.
Aren't they all like kind of all right?
Hang on. Let me finish the story, Eric, please. How dare you,
Okay, I'll
Brakeman.
quit. I'm sorry.
Mallard Report got an interview with Roger Stone, and if people don't know who Roger Stone is, he's another swamp monster, big time political player. He is the one that started the Alzheimer's narrative for Donald Trump. He's a close advisor to the president, and the Mallard Report, who used to be on Wicked Radio Network, got an interview with Roger Stone. I don't know how he pulled it off, but go check it out. It's Roger Stone at his, I guess, best. I listened to about 15, 20 minutes of it. Roger Stone is, he is something else. He's political hatchet man is the best way to describe Roger Stone, but close advisor to Donald Trump, even now. Like he's in Donald Trump's ear right now, so it was a good opportunity for Jim. So good on you, Jim. Good get for sure. All right, your Sweeto Breakman.
We already did mine.
We did.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Eric, your Sweeto.
But Dungeon Buster in
Thor.
chat. Oh.
Yeah, Dungeon
I
Buster in
almost said
chat.
Thor. Dungeon Buster in chat says Donna Brazil essentially wrote in her book confirming what everyone already knew, that the DNC and the Clintons were already wedded to each other to screw over Sanders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that.
Basically, like you said, we already knew it. We've said it a billion times
Yep.
on this show.
Yep.
Like Sanders was 100% screwed out of
You know,
out of the nomination.
actually-
He never had a chance to be the nominee
Yeah.
because the Clintons made sure of it. But the worst part of it was, there's nothing illegal about it. The way they have set it up, the way the Democrats have set up and Republicans have set up their parties and stuff, they have made totally unethical practices, scumbag, horrible shit that should be illegal, legal.
Yep, absolutely.
For them.
Yep.
Like there are, for instance, there are a lot of stock market options that politicians get that we don't.
Yeah.
That are
absolutely.
illegal for us.
Yep.
Like they can get the inside track on some things, which would be illegal for the regular citizen.
Yeah, absolutely. So they can hedge their bets, if you will.
Yes.
And that's been known for a long time.
I know.
not
I
new.
use it for an example because it's something. It's something that's well known. We all know it, but we can't do anything about it.
Here's the thing. Like something good actually came out of that story, and it was Bernie Sanders' demeanor. When Donna Brazil brought this up to Bernie, right? Because she had to tell him, like that's what this book is about Donna Brazil coming clean and basically putting Clinton under the bus, which is where she should be. He gracefully accepted it. He didn't like it, but he gracefully accepted it and put his weight behind Hillary Clinton. Now, if that doesn't give you a real good, clear way in which you can see inside the mind of a good politician, that's it right there. Against all odds, he put aside his own personal, things going on with the DNC aside so he could be better for the party, the Democratic Party. And I've been making this argument for a long time. The Democratic Party is over. All right. It is
I wish both parties were over.
I agree. I wish they were both over. And I actually think they both are. I don't think nothing. If there's one.
Donald Trump is destroying the Republican Party as we know it.
Yeah. Yeah. And now Clinton is being one part of the crumbling of the Democratic party. And I agree. Dungeon Buster says Sanders not perfect, but at the same time, he hasn't written a book blaming everyone how he lost the election. He never does that. He never.
And when you ask Hillary, she always says, "Well, it's my fault." Like, and she'll go into like this little speech about how it's her fault. She didn't do the right things, whatever, and then she blames everyone else.
Yeah, always,
man. It doesn't work
always.
Like that, Clinton. You can't say it's your fault and then say it's everybody else's
She
fault.
never, ever once takes responsibility and says, "You know what? I ran a campaign. I gave it everything that I would have respected it if she said, I gave it everything I had and it just wasn't enough. I lost."
And like I now understand she was the worst candidate in probably the history of history.
Yep.
But when she was running, like I had this I was so like obviously she had the woman vote, and look at Trump. Nobody, like, he's not going to win, like, but she was just. But now you look at it like, well, wow, you can see everything that she fucked up.
Yeah, hindsight's always
like
20/20.
Wow, like you just don't want to admit that it's your fault Donald Trump's the president.
It is her fault, because I guarantee if Bernie Sanders would have been treated fairly, he would have got that nomination, and there is no way in fucking hell Bernie Sanders would have lost to Donald Trump. He went to hardcore Republican town hall meetings as a Democrat. Ran as a Democrat, even though he's independent, and he got people in that room to cheer for him. Now that to me is the sign of a true leader, and somebody that could have did the opposite of what Trump is doing now. Do you think that he would have had?
I want to address something in chat after you're finished.
Okay. Do you think he would have had any of the scandals that Trump's got going on right now? There may have been something somebody would have brought up on the right, but it would have been nowhere near what Trump is experiencing now. And that's because, guess what? Trump is corrupt, just like his fucking family, just like the Republican Party, just like the Democratic Party. They're fucking corrupt.
I know.
Right?
If you look in the dictionary...
Hang on.
If you look in the dictionary under the word corrupt, there's just a picture of Washington.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
totally
there's a comment in chat.
Go ahead.
That Dungeon Buster says Sanders is. Wait, let me. I'm sorry. Freak said it. Maybe because I didn't pay as much attention as a child, but feels U.S. politics have gotten more vicious in the last couple decades.
Yeah.
And DB agreed with him, but it actually just seems that way because of social media and because of the 24-hour news cycle.
Yeah.
But for instance, back in Reagan's time, like, he was called Hitler. Like, he was compared to Hitler when he was running for president. And back in the olden days, back in the first American presidents, like the Sam Adams.
Yeah.
And I think it was Sam Adams.
It's always been vicious.
Yeah, like when he was when he was the president, he couldn't get anything done, and then because they were fighting, and it's really
I don't have
like
a
that.
problem
When he went back to Congress, he spent his whole time becoming obstructionistic.
I don't.
That's the way our government has been for the longest time. They fight and they bicker.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the bickering, right? Except when it gets into elections and mudslinging, right? Because I think you have to have different points of view in order for society to run better, right? But the problem,
right? But the problem. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Frank.
That's
I'm
right.
Myself.
The problem lies when you have a Democratic Party that's supposed to be progressive, right? They're supposed to be left-leaning. When you have that left-leaning institution that used to be left-leaning, and it slowly migrates right, like it's been doing since Clinton. I would say Clinton was the start of that conservative movement for the Democrats. Like, they had already got all the social change that they needed to stand on a platform, and now the problem is you don't have a platform to stand. You know what their motto is now? A better deal. What the fuck does that even fucking mean? It doesn't mean anything.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's sort of like they thought of the New Deal, right? Which was pretty awesome. I think we got a lot of good things out of the New Deal. And they wanted to use that word as a buzzword deal. So the New Deal is their thing, but it doesn't mean anything. And I've asked the DNC chair, Tom Perez. I've asked Donna Brazil. I've asked Cory Gardner, representative here in Colorado, who's a right-wing nut job. Hickenlooper, who's the mayor or the governor of Colorado. And they weasel their way out. They politicize everything. They can't give you a fucking straight answer. It's like Dianne Feinstein in California, which you would think would be the most progressive of legislatures. They have a bunch of Democrats in there that are a bunch of fuckwads that don't want Medicare for all. They don't want to help people. All they want is to incrementally, and people think that things can't happen overnight. Well, I think we're getting sick of everything being incrementalized. I mean, what is it going to take? This new tax proposal that you see on the table now, you think that's a good thing? You need your head examined. I mean, you're cutting the corporate tax rate from a reported 35% to 20%, but you're not cutting out any of the loopholes. And yes, I looked at the bill. There's no fucking loopholes that have been closed. So now a company, I hate to use them, but let's use Walmart. Now instead of paying like 17%, which was their actual rate, probably less than that with even more deductions, now they're going to be paying about 2%. So, there you go. There's our new tax plan. Let's
Guess who gets to pay that? We do.
Yeah, the middle class. The middle class is the ones that get the and every time that they pose the question to a Republican when they have that press conference, and that's
people that are the least capable of paying for it have to pay for it.
Yeah, and we all will. The poor and the middle class will always pay for more tax cuts. That's the reality.
The poor don't pay the much taxes. The middle class would suffer.
The middle class, but the poor class pays its share too, man. There's no,
it doesn't.
Oh yeah, it does.
Sales tax.
I grew up poor.
So did I.
Sales taxes
so did I.
And stuff like that.
I grew up probably poorer than you did, Brakeman, and we paid taxes. State taxes, local taxes.
I didn't pay taxes. Apparently, I was the poorer one then, Frank.
How come the IRS hasn't gone after you though?
Did you ever buy?
No, it's because of we were fucking poor.
Yeah,
like,
and so
we didn't have to pay like the high tax rates. We didn't have to pay for like rent on like honing a house or stuff like that. We didn't have that stuff.
Yeah, well, I didn't either. But I'm just saying. I mean, our tax rate is now going to be more than what a corporation pays and more than a billionaire and a millionaire pays effectively. Starting.
But don't get me wrong.
I did have a semi-Sweeto that I wanted to mention.
Lower tax and a lot of other stuff.
The semi-Sweeto is that there's at least a partial block on Trump's transgender ban.
Yeah.
For the military. I can understand not wanting to have to pay for the surgeries, but the surgeries are like a person-by-person thing anyway. So this is like
they did an
if you want to get a surgery, you probably should be expected to pay.
Yeah,
there have been a lot of studies on that.
Cover.
Like, it's not as much as like they try and
not nearly.
With insurance and such like that. It does not cost much of anything.
Actually,
yeah, they should be able to because considering the cost for Viagra, but at the very least they'll be able to serve again. So that's good.
Using the price is just a fucking excuse that they try and get by with, but that is bullshit.
Well, they always get by with that. Bullshit. I mean, every time that the budget comes up in Congress, this is what happens. They give billions more to the military-industrial complex, and they find out what social programs they can take away from. Next, I mean, it almost happened this time, and I'm surprised it didn't. But Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
Because they're happy with the rich benefits that they gave, like. And I hear the argument, like, the rich pay the most taxes, so it's unfair that they have to
No, they don't.
They
like, barely pay any.
Back. Like, that's, like, that's a cop-out on bullshit.
Yeah.
You, like...
Greg Perry only paid 14%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the same with corporations.
When you people who own like large corporations are making large percentages of the profit, where your workers are making minuscule parts of the profit, I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I think
That you are not paying your fair share unless you're paying a lot more, unless you are paying your employees a better rate.
and
If you're making most of the company profit, you're not.
Yeah, when CEOs are making 20 mil a year, like it honestly,
And not even the sales tax from the things they buy from their lavish lifestyle would cover that.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, I hate that argument too.
I hate that argument too.
They buy the goods, so they're keeping people in
by the way,
working.
Yeah,
people who aren't getting paid enough as it is.
And by the way, those goods they have as a write-off, a tax write-off. So if they buy a yacht, most likely that's going to be on their write-off at the end of the year. So they, in essence, they pay for what they pay for, but they really don't pay any taxes. I mean, 10 to 14% for millionaires and billionaires and corporations. They say 17%, but I think a lot of companies get a lot more discounted rates than that, especially locally and state-wise. So you're cutting this rate to 20%. Oh, that sounds great, man. We have 35% tax rate on corporations, and that's awful. No wonder nobody wants to work in the United States, because these tax rates are so outrageous. But when you look at the bottom lines, they pay about 14 to 17%. So now I have a feeling. I'm not 100% sure because it hasn't passed, but if it passes, this new tax thing, I can almost assure you there will be some big businesses, maybe Walmart, that will get a fucking refund from the government. And that would make, I think, a lot of people really fucking sick. The minute that a corporation gets a fucking refund, we don't live. I mean, we already don't live in a democracy.
People should just invade the White House at that point.
Oh man, dude, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy what's going on now. Dungeon Buster says there's a thread on Reddit that archives tweets by Trump and then uses them to criticize him now. Yeah.
I love his tweets. I love his tweets. I love Donald Trump's tweets.
I bet you do. Trump's treats. That's the name of this.
Nobody. Cut that when you edit this show. Cut that part out.
I definitely will as a soundbite.
That's gonna be the name of the title.
Yep. Trump's treats. Yeah, for sure. We should call it that.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of that bullshit thing that Trump Jr. and his daughter was talking about socialism. That was bullshit.
Oh god, dude. They're all gonna be in handcuffs in the end. I mean, every single one of them. Ivana, Jared Kushner, Carter Page, I think, cut a deal, so I think he'll be okay. He's still a piece of shit.
Oh man, if I was one of those guys, I'd be the first fucker to cut a deal. Like, I'm fucking turning on all of them.
Well, why do you think Papadopoulos did, man? He was like they say a low-level advisor, but low-level foreign advisors don't get into big-time meetings with the president of the United States. I'm sorry.
I'd be a terrible criminal because I'd flip on all my.
Oh man,
right away. Like, I want, give me the lightest sentence, please.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, exactly. Apparently, they arrested that dude back in July. Nobody knew about it, and they cut a deal with him, so he could have had a wire for at least probably 2 months.
Good.
That's what I'm saying. I hope they got Donald Trump. I hope they got fucking Carter Page, Steve Bannon. Probably not Steve Bannon though, but that would be fucking perfect.
I hope they get as many as possible. Like, I'm so sick of these people.
Mike Pence.
I'm tired of being fucking helpless to the shit,
Jeff Sessions, another one that needs to be put away for a very long time till he fucking rots. And then when he dies, just leave him in there and let him decompose and piss on him and use it for a latrine That would be
Didn't
cool.
Trump get his Twitter account deleted recently?
Oh, that was
Yeah.
wonderful.
That's pretty funny, but at the same time, it's like not right. You know, like,
It's not, but check this out.
yeah.
He's-
Like I wouldn't want my Twitter page shut down. You know, at some point, I
Yeah,
wouldn't want
yeah.
somebody to randomly tell me like I can't have my
But
freedom of
I
speech.
think,
But at
I
the
think
same time, this asshole deserves it. You know,
Well,
so it's funny.
I lodged a formal.
And he got it back, so you know, so.
I
fuck him.
lodged actually a formal complaint against against the president, and I encourage everybody to do the same. All right, because maybe Twitter will fucking listen. When you call somebody Pocahontas, to me that is very, very racially insensitive and derogatory. And I think when he tweeted that, I immediately, as soon as I saw it, I was like, report Twitter, get this motherfucker off of Twitter, because you can't just do that, personally attack somebody with that language. If you want to be a douchebag, do it on your own time, not everybody else's. Piece of fucking shit, man. Ugh.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
In chat, Freak says Break would go right to the cops right after he was brought into a conspiracy to commit a crime. Even if it was jaywalking, I'd be like, oh,
Sucky $5. Let me go.
We'd be in Vegas,
no,
right?
Like, I can't spend the night in jail. Officers will rape me. Dude, it's just lockup. Nobody's gonna rape you. I don't care.
I know. We'd be walking in Vegas like the Rat Pack, right? Like all four of us, if Mug was there, and like you would like jaywalk, and then we all would follow suit, and then you would be the first one to like, where's the police, man? I jaywalked, man. I jaywalked with you guys. Made me jaywalk, man. Snitch, man. That's awesome, man. All right, guys. Yeah, it's about that time. I gotta run, man. I gotta make a payment and get money and make a payment. That's the story of my life now.
Oh, I have an announcement.
Okay.
I recently found out my sister did like a DNA test for like our family tree.
Yeah.
And I learned that I am actually 13.6% some Spanish in the Abenel area.
White Mexican, man, or white Spaniard.
But I'm 1.1% Jewish.
Oh, there you go. So, are you offended with Donald Trump's backing of white nationalists and both sides, according to him?
I'd be offended anyway.
I know, I'm just giving you.
But
shit, man.
but I am now the Jew of the show.
Are you gonna?
Mug's not here.
Are you gonna start wearing your yarmulke to the show now, Eric?
No.
All right, man.
Are you gonna be one of those guys who does that, does the test, and then starts going out to live all the culture, like experience and stuff? Like you're gonna be in here next week, and you're gonna have that. You're gonna have a dreidel, and like,
Dreidel.
you don't even know what
He's gonna
it's
be
for,
singing.
but you just,
He's gonna be
you
singing.
saw it was Jewish, so you bought. Like, oh, it has a Jewish label on it. So
Also,
you bought it.
I'm
He
only
sets a menorah.
3.1% Irish.
He puts a menorah
So-
like by his computer, and he starts singing the dreidel song, the dreidel. Can you imagine
So
that
I
shit?
barely got a drip of Irish in me. either.
Eric, if Eric grew a mustache, he would look like Stan, one of Stan's parents. What's his name? The Jewish guy. What's his name? The parent.
Oh, you're not talking about Stan. You're talking about Kyle's.
Oh, Kyle.
dad.
That's what I meant. Kyle. Kyle's dad.
Gerald.
Yeah.
Gerald Broflovsky.
He's
The
Eric is
lion's share
Gerald.
of my DNA is from Germany.
Eric can summon the plagues of Egypt like on stick of truth. That's awesome.
Yeah, my last name's very German, so I don't have to do a DNA test. I know I'm very German.
Well, you'd be surprised, dude. You might have some African in there, man. You're probably like 30...
I don't really. It doesn't matter to me. Like I know, like
Everybody is from Africa, man. That's
right, but
yeah.
it doesn't
That's why
matter.
it's not
to me,
counted on lists.
Yeah,
if I have
It's
like
already there.
yeah.
just for example, if I had like 1% African, like that doesn't change who I am.
No, that
It
means
doesn't matter to me. Like
I disagree, dude.
personally, my past, my ancestry doesn't really matter to me.
I'm so far removed from any of those cultures, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like that's how I feel. Like I'm an American. Like I
No, dude.
Direct TV and
I think
Netflix
you should,
and,
dude.
And root for the Bengals
Yeah.
to not suck every fucking Sunday.
Which they do,
And-
but anyways.
Yeah, that's another story altogether. You
Yeah.
know, like I play video games. Like I know who I am.
Yeah. Here's the thing, dude. I think you should do
What
it.
matters to me is I know who I am.
I think you should do it because if it comes back that you're like, I don't know, 10, 20% African, I think you should wear a shabazz and come to the
And
show.
ask for reparations.
Ask for reparations. Not only that.
I gotta mute myself.
Not only that, Breakman. I think there's still time, dude. I think you could play some basketball or something. How tall are you? He doesn't want to answer. You son of a bitch.
I'm still muted. I'm sorry.
Oh man! Next thing you know, next week's
What's
show,
Gattaca, by the way?
we're gonna have Yamaka Eric.
It's on Halle Berry in the futuristic society, and
Yeah.
basically like your DNA determines like who you are, what you do.
On next week's show,
I never saw it.
on next week's show, Breakman is gonna bring out some Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. Some lectures, and Eric is gonna talk to us about the Holocaust because I mean, he's Jewish, so
it has to be Spike Lee too because it's.
Well,
like,
I can like take some extra pleasure in killing Nazis in Wolfenstein 2.
And then check this out. I will be back next week, and I'll be doing a siesta during the show. So yeah, that's what we got going for us. And I don't know what mug is. We'll have to figure that out.
Call it the cultural show.
the cult of personality show. That's what it's gonna be, man. All right, that's a great song, by the way. I love that song. All right, plugs, Breakman.
You can follow me at Blackman. Break _ man.
Blackface
and
man.
at RPGrinders. Yes, I am 0.00001% black. So I'm gonna be needing my reparations, and Spike Lee is now my hero.
There you go.
Technically, my Spanish heritage has me listed as the Iberian, so I could be Portuguese, but
too bad it didn't
just
say
to be
cider.
hey, the Eric RPG in my name actually means something now.
and just to be as stereotypical as possible, and whatever Jesse Jackson says is law.
Well,
You know what's weird is like
just to
people
find
dismissed
stereotypes.
a lot of that stuff, but now with Trump, he's like making all that stuff that Jesse Jackson has said over the years, and Al Sharpton, and a lot of these big leaders, African American leaders. Like, I mean, these people knew this shit a long time ago, and now it's like people are like, "Whoa, man, it really is fucking that way." But
Rich guy found a way to game the system and get into the presidency, basically.
Yeah. Dungeon Buster says "Cult of Personality" is a great song. I totally agree. All right, Breakman, did you do everything?
Unemployed man in chat says, "I remember hearing about a white South American who moved to the U.S. and tried that." Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I do actually. I've heard that before about somebody who's moved here from Africa, and they try and say that they say they're African American because they are, but they get rejected because they're white people. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
And that's stupid, and somebody needs to fix it. I mean,
yeah, it's dumb.
Whatever.
If you're
they're
from
an
that,
African American, but they're a different kind of African American.
yeah, they're the white African American, man. They're the ones that
the English white
the ones
Americans.
the ones that
African American.
They're the ones that
African with Eric.
Yeah, they're the ones that can't play basketball and can't rap. Those are the South African Americans. So, all right.
I say South American. I'm sorry. I meant South African.
Yeah,
God
South
damn,
African.
I'm sorry, dude.
South African Americans is what they are.
And I've known people from Africa, and they've always been pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually have a friend that's from Liberia. So I'll talk about that someday. There's some shit going on in Liberia right now. But all right, Breakman, anything else?
Freak makes a point, since I'm 0.0000001% black.
Yeah.
We won't have to worry about me being a snitch anymore. Being black, I'm afraid of the police.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. And I always get arrested for having a knife in my pocket, but you know, that's how it is. All right. Break, did you do all your plugs?
Yeah.
All right, Eric, your plugs, please.
You can find reviews that I've written for on sites like Boston Bastard Brigade, Totally GN, and VogNetwork.com.
Yeah.
And there's also HonestGamers.com. And I am actually going to try to submit a form for working for RPG site.
Oh, nice.
Because it actually is a paid position.
Dude, then quit your day job if they pay you enough, and you know.
Well, even if they pay me enough, then I still have to worry about healthcare, and I don't think they'll pay. I don't think they pay that much.
Yeah, they don't do freelance insurance, so yeah, keep your job, dude. Don't quit unless you make a ton of money. Then think about it.
I don't think RPG site pays that much up, but it's like money I could use towards games that isn't coming out of my own pocket that I could spend on paying my car instead.
That would be nice, dude. Pay off your car quicker than sooner than later. All right, anything else, Eric?
There's also Eric RPG on Twitter, and there's my YouTube channel, Funny T-Man. I never did get around to doing a Let's Play for Halloween because I didn't have time.
Boo. Yeah.
But
no, that's all good.
Maybe I should do like a Nightmare Before Christmas themed one instead.
I think
Christmas
that's the story of my life before Christmas, Nightmare Before Christmas, man.
I've never seen that.
Oh, are you kidding? The hell's wrong with you, man?
It's one of the only good movies Tim Burton did.
No, Batman was good, dude, and Batman Returns.
The first
Yeah. Well, you
and
kind
then
of
there's
cut out.
Beetlejuice, but
Anyways,
Beetlejuice is less good and more amusing.
I like Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is good. All right, Big Fish.
Those weren't the greatest interpretations of Batman, but they were still good movies.
I
fucking
them.
love people.
Yeah, what he said. All right, follow me on Twitter at Frank Branches. Check out Lost in Vegas on YouTube. They do a really good show. They basically take songs and do reactions to, and most time it's rock, but they do R&B and country. I even saw country on there. It was weird. But anyways, and I hate country. Country music sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But really enjoy watching those guys. I'm hoping to get an interview with them, and I got a couple of requests for them to do on their channel. Hopefully they'll have time to do that sometime. Follow me on Twitter, Frank Branches. Follow the show's account at RPGrinders. Find us on YouTube, RPGrinders on YouTube, and Twitch, and Ustream. We're live every Saturday at 3 Eastern
Is
time.
Nightmare Before Christmas on Netflix?
Are you done with your plugs?
I don't know, but I'm making chat mad.
Yes,
like I
it
said
is.
that, and chat just turned on me. Like, wow.
Yeah, I know.
No, Freak turned on you.
I can't
I'm
believe
gonna
that,
have
dude.
to see this movie. I guess.
I'm pretty sure
I was
it's on-
kind of waiting close till Christmas. I think.
Pretty sure it's on Netflix, man. It's a good movie, dude. It's a great movie, actually. Let's see what else. So Lost in Vegas, check out those guys on YouTube. They do a really fine show. Hopefully I'll have something upcoming with them. Check out the Mallard Report. If you're not like me and you believe in conspiracy theories and ghosts and stuff like that, Mallard does a really good hour-long show, and he has really interesting interviews. The latest one with Roger Stone, the political hatchet man, if you will, and close advisor to Donald Trump himself. So, man, I think we can get an audience with Donald Trump. What do you think? Like, should I go down that route, get a hold of Roger Stone, do an interview, and say, hey, let's set up a meeting? That would be.
I'd just get angry, I think.
No doubt, man. So check those out. What else? There was something else. Oh, go see Thor. And I'm gonna take my own advice and probably see it sometime this
Are,
week. So.
are you gonna take me to see it?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna fly right out to Cincinnati.
I got some shit going on right now.
I'll tell you what, when Cincinnati finally wins a game and has a winning record, then I'll take you to Thor. Right.
You know what? You know it's really sad to how bad the NFL is right now. That the Bengals are still in the hunt for the playoffs.
And so are the Broncos, man. And the Broncos are.
I
playing
know
like
it's
shit.
like this. Yeah, both of those teams are bad, but they're both still in the hunt.
I don't think the
So
Broncos are bad. Their offense is bad, man. They gotta get that.
That's the Bengals' problem is their offense is bad, but they've got a pretty good defense.
Yeah, we still have the second. Actually, I think overall the first defense in the league. But ugh. All right, that's it for us this week, guys. Stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. As always, we are out. Thanks everybody in chat. I know Bridget was over on Twitch, Dungeon Buster, MXT, and Unemployed Man. Hopefully that changes for you real soon, my friend Freak. I forgot to plug Zombies Anonymous, but are you guys still doing that 100 episode thing, or did I miss it? Because I tweeted you.
That already happened.
Damn. I wanted to cut some promos for them. Maybe I'll do it anyways, like a belated one, but they celebrated their 100th, which is always a good accomplishment. It's awesome. But right on, guys in chat. Peace out. You guys rock. You're the best. Cash me on Twitter. How about that? So.
Oh, God.
All right, guys in chat. Talk to you later.